Welcome, beautiful ones. It is a pleasure to be here with you today. If you're streaming in right now, let me know. I would love to connect with your energy field. If you are new in this space, please know that the live session will be accessible as a replay on my Instagram grid, so you can always run back to it or go back to it, tap into the energy. Today is going to be quite an experience, out of time, out of space. So if you are here, I would highly encourage you to bring a cup of tea or water and come sit with me to be in this space in full presence. And if you are on the run or you're walking or going somewhere while listening to this, I honor you as well. Just make sure that when we're in our activation mode, you are not operating any heavy machinery or putting yourself in dangerous situations, basically, because we're going to go there if we have time today. I would love to share a little bit about the topic of the day, which really brought me into the liminal space and why I'm here to talk about the origin of your cosmic soul. And there are some moments where the transmission also blew my mind. So I am counting on blowing your mind too. So yeah, strap on your seatbelts. Welcome, Carrie. Hello, hello, hello. Anyone else in the house? Please let me know. Please make yourself known. As with all spaces that I hold, I honor you. I see you. The truth that I tell is only an aspect of the great truth. So it is with deep reverence that I also honor yours. And so if there are moments where you feel that I'm not sure about what she's saying, that's perfect. I want you to be out there doing your own feeling, your own emoting, your own research if you need to get into that mental hate space with it, but it's always with true honor and always with deep reverence that I share what I share. And for those who resonate, I also want to call you in. I want to call you in to really tune even deeper into the truth that you're resonating with me. Because we are in a time when it is so important for us. Just take a moment here right now, because in the lunar Chinese calendar, as you all know, we are in the fire horse year, right? Correct? We are also in a fire horse month this month. Now, a few months ago, before the fire horse completed its safe journey, its safe passage into the year, I had a very, I would say, cosmic download. And one of the things that came through at that time was that there is no rider, there is no horse, there is only one pure divine light. And please take a deep breath and take that in. When that came through, I knew beyond all the context that was given on Instagram, on social media, all the things that were coming up, I knew that this download, this message is actually beyond time and space. Thank you, Theresa. Thank you for seeing my light. When you see my light, you see yours. Because all of us perceive only what we perceive. And what you perceive only can ever be perceived from within you. Right? You manifested me. You created this space. And you're here. And nothing exists outside of you. That is the real deep core, or rather a surface level understanding of one pure divine light. That everything that exists through you. That what you perceive is literally perceived through your own auric field. And your auric field is colored by many things. is colored by the belief system, your DNA, your traumas, your reaction to the world is also colored by your auric field. So this is why I started off by saying that there can be one truth, but all of us, each one of us, me included, only represent an aspect of the truth because I can see that aspect as that aspect. And you can see an aspect as the aspect of the great truth. Now, I want to share a little bit of something because here we are today. The reason why I wanted to come on here as an extra and bonus transmission, as some of my mainstay followers would know, I don't often come on twice a week. I'm going to see you next week again, by the way, on Tuesday. So if you're joining me, please make sure you're there. But I want to share today, I wanted to come on here today because we are moving into the solstice this weekend. And the solstice is going to be very important, especially this year. We are in a fire horse year and we're in a fire horse month. And a lot of us are feeling a lot of things. There's a lot of light, which means there will be a lot of shadows cast by the light. And the first thing I really want you to understand is that these shadows are not here to harm you. The light is here for us to cast into all four corners and beyond. And as we do so, the shadows will arise. Now, the one thing that I'm here for, and I'm here to call in what you would call multidimensional beings. You are a multidimensional being. If you're a multidimensional woman, even better. I know there are some men in the midst of us, but if you are a multidimensional woman, it is very important for you to say, I am multidimensional right now. So if you want to put that in the comment section to declare that, the word I am is so important right now. The word I am, it's a reclamation. It's a reclamation of who you are and what you are truly made of. We can take a moment here and go into the first aspect of I. I am I. The I itself is an individuation of the great infinite void. The void is an ironic name because when you think of a void, you think there's nothing in it. That's why it's a void. But if we blow ourselves into the cosmos and we look at the void actually contains everything, and therefore it looks like it has nothing. Why? Because when everything exists in unity consciousness, we cannot see any differentiation. We cannot see any individuation. But when the first I resounded through the void as a vibration, the first spirit that descended into individualization, we started to see what we call today polarity. So there is a negative and a positive. But what I want you to start to contemplate is that polarity doesn't mean that these things are opposites. They are actually a continuum. They exist on the same plane, but they are on a continuum. So you can go from here to here. There is no separation. There's no little gaps. They are all one line, or sometimes in a spiral, right? It depends on how you look at it and what we're talking about. But so this is why it's so important for you to hear the download for today when I was preparing for this transmission. Are you ready for it? Let me know if you're ready for it. I want to know. I want you to breathe. I want you to take a deep belly breath. The first thing to understand about your multidimensionality is that you are not going to be fully here in the 3D all the time. And please take a deep breath. You are not going to be fully here in the 3D all the time. So stop trying to fit in. Stop trying to make yourself be like everybody when you are not. And for God's sake, stop trying to be normal. What you are is that you are going to be, and you are actually already expressed on different dimensions all at once. And the work is to bring yourself through a coherence of mind, body, and spirit in every dimension. How do you do it? You do it by being in one place in full presence. So if I can describe it, it's like you could be on a walk, maybe in the mountains one day, and suddenly you'll be tapped into the minerals. Suddenly you'll be tapped into the sky. Suddenly you'll be thinking, you'll have visions or synesthesia or some kind of vision. You have moved into another dimension at that point. So you are here, your physical body is in the 3D, but your spirit, your soul has moved into different dimensions. But that doesn't mean you have exited the 3D. You're still here, but you're tapping into different dimensions. Now, what I find for most multidimensional women that is really difficult is that it's very difficult for you to bring it back into the 3D, correct? Let me know if that's the case. Hello, Chris. Welcome. And not just that, but most multidimensional women are often caught saying to themselves that, why am I seeing the same people, the same thing all the time? Like, why are things not moving forward fast enough? Like, I'm just like stuck in one place all the time. Yes? Max says, I am a multidimensional dancer. Yes. Theresa, I was watering my plants and the water seemed to be frozen for seconds in the air in the sunlight. Yes, we notice these things. Madeline, definitely feel that. Yeah, feeling stuck in one place. Things are not moving forward. Things are not moving forward fast enough, or things seem to be moving backwards sometimes even. Yeah. Who else? Who's feeling all the things as well? If your consciousness is noticing, what would your consciousness be saying to the things that you're seeing, the same thing that you're doing every day, the same feeling of like nothing is moving forward fast enough? Like, what is your consciousness saying about that? Okay, Theresa is experiencing something different, which is tons of creative energy, moving fast. Amazing. Great. That is amazing. We'll tap into that in one bit, but we're going on the spectrum right now, on the continuum where you are feeling the other end of it, which is seeing the same thing, seeing the same people, feeling restless, like you have a big mission, you have big purpose, you have big things to do, but then nothing is moving forward fast enough. Like, am I meant to be doing this? Like, what is this going on? Like, what is this lesson? Or am I being blocked by the universe? Like all these things, right? I want you to take a deep breath if that's you, and understand that your consciousness is having, and it is experiencing the biggest detox, the biggest rehab right now, if that is happening for you. we are, as multidimensional women, we are meant to bring through different dimensions through a coherence of mind, body, and spirit. What that means is that you see the sacred in the mundane. You become divinity on legs. And in 1 second, you can literally see that one event or one sentence that someone said, for example, literally you can see the different dimensions that appears through it. You can see that there's nothing that exists beyond you. And in fact, you don't even exist. So if that is the case, then if this incident is creating a frustration in me and infuriating me, then there is something in here that I am meant to integrate. We cannot escape our frustrations. We cannot escape the waves of emotions. We cannot even, this is one thing I want to say, we cannot cut ourselves just like this and wipe out our origin story in this lifetime and in all the lifetimes before. And I know there are many multidimensional women who would even try to escape their current life by taking on other lifetime stories and romanticizing it. Right? Take a deep breath. Solstice is a time when the sun will come to a still point. A time when we, from ancient civilization, have been able to cut across the density and arrive at the 0 point field. The 0 point field, which is also known as the void, where everything exists, the infinite field of potential. But to be able to arrive at 0, what needs to happen first? Does anyone know? Meg says, for the past week, I've done more inner work than in the last year, and I do it all day, every day, so that's something. Okay, that's perfect. For Meg, and also anyone else who resonates with what she says, I want to ask you, it's not about doing the inner work. It's about who you're being. It's about who you're being when you're doing it. Yeah? Just take that in for a moment here. So, I lost my train of thoughts. I cannot remember what I said. So I'm just going to go with what spirit is moving through me right now. In solstice, during solstice, we need to arrive at the 0 point field. Yes, that's correct. I know where I'm going right now again. Okay. So how do we get to 0? We start to divide ourselves, right? All the equations that we have created in our lives that may weigh you down, that may cause you to come into a defensive mechanism, that may limit you, or even also systems that you have installed in yourself that you think you need because it makes you feel strong, that it makes you feel purposeful. Anything external that you give to yourself, we start to divide them. How do we do that? We start to look at them. We question their existence. In a very loving way, in a very soulful way, not like, oh, what are you doing here? Like, why do you need this? Like, no, I mean, really taking a really beautiful, sacred ceremony to look at them, to honor them. And slowly, you will see that there will be some that will emerge as, I am complete. I am ready to be released into the alchemical fires. And how do we transcend the duality to arrive at zero? We stop running. We stop rushing. And we start integrating to see the power of the things that we used to think is weakness and integrate them as our strength. And this must be done through the coherence of mind, body, spirit. Imagine this. Spirit is the light of the sun. It is the light of the sun that starts to create the energetic fabric of your soul. So your soul is almost like a moon that takes on the light of the sun. And it continues to illuminate you from within and starts to form this matter that we know of as the physical body. So your mind, body, and spirit are not separate things. They all are interconnected. They create each other. And by the way, when I say mind, I'm not talking about your brain. I'm talking about the mind. The mind is here. The mind is in the third eye. The mind is in the wisdom center, the gut. The sacral, creative energy. Like Teresa was saying. You feel that? So what it really would ask of us is actually to honor the physical body as a temple for the soul and spirit. Let me ask you this, and this is something that I find is so prevalent in multidimensional women. There are moments when you really feel like nothing really matters because in the end, you return to the void. Right? Like sometimes you're like so like stressed out and anxious, and then suddenly you are overwhelmed by this beautiful energy. And you take a deep breath and you totally, you hear that just nothing really matters. This stress, this anxiety, this, all the hard things that are happening, like, oh, you just start laughing. Like, at the end of the day, it returns to the void. At the end of the day, nothing really exists. And here's the key. I feel this all the time. I'm going to tell you that firsthand. If you don't want to admit it, I'll tell you this. I'll be the first to admit it. I feel it all the time that nothing really matters. And the truth is, I feel the same way about love as well. The people I love, the things that I love, like, it's the hardest thing. Don't get me wrong. It can be the hardest thing to actually see. As a human, it's really fucking hard. Because I want things to matter. I want myself to matter. I want what I say to matter. I want it to land in you. I want you to come and play and be in my circle. I want all of that. But at a soul level, I also know that nothing really matters. Because everything returns to the void. That at the same time as I exist on this dimension, I don't exist at all. You feel that? You understand where I'm coming from? Do you feel the vibration of it? You don't need to understand it in your brain, by the way. You might have a brain meltdown right now, and also you might have a bit of a mindfuck going on. That's okay. That's perfect, because mental exhaustion is the state where your divine essence can really emerge and come through. Not that I recommend it, but sometimes some people will need that in order for their divine essence to finally emerge. And your divine essence is going to show you the treasures she holds. But you always have a choice. Would you follow it or not? Turn around and go back, which a lot of people do, by the way. As a multidimensional woman, every time you follow someone else's blueprint, you're signing on for conformity. Every time you say, my way is probably not the best way, maybe I should follow another expert, another person who said that they tried and it worked, you're signing up for conformity. As a multidimensional woman, it's so important for you to understand that your job is actually to create something completely never seen before through your way. In the moments when I feel like nothing really matters, because in the end I return to the void, that's my ability to be the spirit who sees beyond this physical realm. Just as it is for you. And it is so needed right now in this heavily separated world. When we start to look at others and we start to say, well, I am divine, but then they are mean and they're bad and they disagree with me, they limit me, so they're bad people, then we're creating separation again. Because remember, all exists because you exist. That you are divine also means they are divine. So if we want to talk about more peace in this world, we have to be so willing to look at the very first thing on the ground zero, how we perceive the world from within. We have to start from within. We have to clean up, we have to release, and we have to start to build time and space on our own terms. What does that mean? That means that I stop allowing myself to be at the whims and woes of the waves of the ocean. And the waves of the ocean are your emotional and your emotions, your energy in motion, like all of the things that are basically whipping your ship around. You stop being that. You also stop trying to navigate and trying to run away, trying to find the next thing, and actually become the mountain. The mountain that emerges in the midst of the ocean, because that is the place where you can observe the waves moving around you and through you. That is where you can understand that everything is only through your perception. It can only live through your perception. It can only live through your actions. Everything and everyone, no exception. It lives deep in our bones, you know, the need to constantly be moving towards something. For some people to run away from something too. When I was born, I remember from a very early stage that I need to get away from here. I need to go, get out of here to go somewhere bigger, a bigger city, a place that's more international. And you know, the funny thing is, as I was turning 33, after years of chasing, achieving, big ambitions, big goals. I landed in the big city of Hong Kong. Not as big as a lot of other cities, but you know what I mean. Like compared to where I came from in Malaysia, I thought this is the pinnacle of my dreams. But I was still feeling like there's something missing. And that was where I crossed paths with T. And the first moment ever in my entire life that felt like home. And I was not anywhere special. I was literally sitting in a tea room with a bowl of tea in my hands. The entire cosmos was in my bowl at that point. Seeing my ancestors, seeing all the beings from the future together right here, and the stars, the galaxies, the written stories of lifetimes before. And I can continue to run, to keep seeking for that home, or I can acknowledge finally that the home is in me. The home is me. And so the ground zero began to open from within. The ground zero, the 0 point field. And that is the invitation, my loves. The invitation is to continue to divide yourself smaller and smaller and smaller to the point of quantum. And you can start to enter the ground zero. And you're not alone. We're going to be in a circle together. It's going to be happening on Friday. So if that's something that calls to you, it's a multidimensional ceremony called cosmic stillness. We want to come into stillness because no matter how much you scheme and plan and explore what's your purpose, like what am I here for, like you may be doing your spiritual work because you were hurt and you want to heal, but how much more healing are you meant to be doing? Stop lying to yourselves. Or you may feel like I'm a leader. I need to have a big purpose. I need to have a big mission. But what are you without those mission and purpose? We're living so much with our eyes turned to the external world that none of us are actually even considering that the energy that is required to actually make a huge impact in the world is actually already within us. So I want to go back to what Theresa was saying, where she said she has tons of creative energy and she's moving fast. I love that. That is like creating from a place of spirit. Spirit moves fast. Yeah. When we move at the level of vibration that is unseen by the physical eye, we are moving things through vibration. Can you imagine? Like, you're not cold calling. You're not like desperately sending out thousands of emails, just hoping that someone is going to answer. Like, you are moving because your vibration is on point. Can you feel that? Can you use the power of your imagination to feel that? And let me know how you feel when you are feeling into that. And we will come into an activation shortly. But I want to know if you feel that, if we're moving in the right direction even together, right? Because we're in a very beautiful time and we are going to be finding lots of aspects of the same truth. And we may even see each other as oppositions sometimes. You may even feel like, yeah, I kind of get what she's saying, but like, I don't know everything else she's saying. Everything that falls in that messy middle that we're literally in right now is completely valid and very important for yourself to acknowledge, because those are clues for you to continue to unravel. In fact, to continue to allow spirit to unravel through you. We are moving into a time, as I said, this year, everything is culminating into the story or the thread of story, like a hero's journey thread, where there will be no rider, there will be no horse, even though at first you think, I gotta be the horse, I gotta be the rider, whatever, whichever way you slice and dice it. But the ultimate truth is there's only one pure divine light. And what that means is that coherence is the very first thing that will allow you to transcend. And transcending doesn't mean escaping. It doesn't mean leaving behind this dimension. Transcending means that you are here, boots on the ground. You're bringing different multidimensional aspects of you in here like a master. So you may see sacred geometry one day, and then you may hear something, you may have a vision of something. You want to use those as keys to portals that we are all dialing into. And it's so important because we want to rewire the circuit for it to run and flow smoothly again. And we need more mountains to emerge in the waves. Yes, Ilana is saying, yes, perfect. You're getting me. We want to have more mountains than ships. Ships that are sailing nowhere. Ships that are battered by the sea foams. We want to have more mountains emerging in the ocean. You can leave your mountain anytime. I'm not saying you can't. You can always set sail and have a little ride in the waves. Take a moment to go to another island, another mountain, like sure. But you are always home in your mountain. You get this? Do you understand where I'm coming from? Yes, we want the mountains to emerge from the waves. The waves are not something you want to run away from. Yes, Ilana's saying, beautiful image. You don't want to run away from the waves because it is through these waves moving through you that you can integrate, that you can evolve. And I don't know if it's a fortunate or an unfortunate thing, but humanity always evolves through crisis. Can we change that? I think we can. As multidimensional women, that's what we are here to do, because you can tap into unity consciousness. It's just that you need to know how to bring that in here without doubting yourself, without running into imposter syndrome, without getting into the comparison, without doing all the things that you think like, I'm not normal, I can't belong, like I need to be, like I need to find my belonging. Like we need to cut those bullshit out, and with respect, with reverence, with love, of course, we need to integrate them as strengths. We need to really integrate them. What does that mean? We need to really ceremonially love them, transmute them, come into alchemy with them. So all the tools that you have acquired in your life, call it breath work, call it sound bath, call it meditation, call it whatever, if they are not leading you to this, then you are just fooling yourself. I'm sorry. It makes me feel better. It makes me da-da-da. 10 minutes later, you're out in the chaos and you're like this again. Then you're just fooling yourself. If you feel like you're stuck in the same place, if you feel like nothing is moving forward, if you feel like something is out there for you, but like, I'm not getting that, I'm not understanding that, dial into your inner guide. Stop asking for guidance. Dial into your inner guide and attune to your multidimensionality. And most importantly, understand the coherence between your mind and your body and your spirit. This whole package is what we are doing together. This is what we do extensively in my mentorship space. I'm going to be opening a wait list for a new mentorship space soon. We're doing this for a 12 cycle. So it's like a 12-month cycle because this is big work. But if you want to just come in and experience the incredible multidimensional ceremony that I'm hosting on June 19th, this is a taste where you'll get all the ceremony tea that I work with to be our ally on this journey. It will be delivered to your doorstep wherever you are in the world, by the way. This is for you. You're welcome to join. The doors are still open. We go live on Friday. But if you want to be on the wait list as well, just drop me a DM. You're so welcome. You'll be the first to know when it launches. It's a very, very soft and very quiet launch. I really want to keep it to people who genuinely are interested. And this is something I really want you to know. Like, all of you will make up the circle, the energy of the circle. You will be one of the aspects. This is so important. When you catch yourself asking yourself, like, why does it feel like things are not moving forward? I can tell you at a very, very basic level, because I don't know your story. I can't feel your energy just yet. But on the very basic level, it's because you are meant to dedicate the time to your inner landscape. To really be with yourself. If you can be with yourself in one place, you can be with anyone in the world. You can transform yourself in one place. You can transform anyone, anywhere in the world. And I want you to know this very, very clearly, multidimensional woman. You are always finding yourself in a place, and maybe you think like, why the hell am I here? I don't belong here at all. I want you to remember this. You are there for a reason. You are there for a reason. Your presence is there because nobody else has that energy, that vibration, that power that you hold. And you must understand how to wield that power. Because it's easy for people to just take advantage of it. That's true. But that's not the whole story. Because again, everything exists because you exist. So learn to play the game. This is what this work is here for. So I would love to slowly come into completion. I want to thank you for being here. Is anyone finding the desire to ask any questions before we drop into activation? Please bring it forward now, my loves. Okay. All right. So Let's take a moment here. We're gonna slow things down. Can you hear the music? All right. We're going to gently move into the physical temple of your spirit and your soul. And allow yourself to connect back with your breath. Allow yourself to really feel the connection you have with your spirit, with your divine essence. Taking a moment to rub your hands together and softly, gently massage your sacrum, the kidney area, and your lower back, activating the energy that circulates here. Letting your body know that you are here and you're safe, that we're not intending to leave the body, but we're here to integrate the light so that we can radiate light through the physical in this dimension. You allow your eyes to rest, to soften. And as your eyes soften, they start to dilate and move to the sides like they're melting into the sides of your face, just as your eyebrows are as well. Parting to open the space in between the brows for the third eye to open up. And with the power of your imagination, call in the light, the wave of light to move down the corona, the crown of your head, and let it spiral down into the center of your head. Let your third eye turn inward to observe the light within your head. Come into the center of your head. Let the light infuse the entire sacred space. Feel how it feels like to be here to still the mind and watch, admire the interior of your mind. The temple ceilings, when you look up, you look out, the beautiful stained glass eyes, and to the sides, the tender tops of your ears, that brings news from the outside. And to the back, the inside of the base of the skull, the atlas, that holds so much. The structure of your temple. Now let us course down, let this wave of light spiral down through the atlas of your head, down the neck, into the throat, soften your face, let the light relax the spine. Let the muscles attached to the spine gently release. As you continue to relax even more into this wave of light, let yourself become one with it. Let your sternum release. Let your rib cage release. Let your lungs expand and elongate the lungs all the way down as you breathe all the way into the solar plexus. And as you exhale, let it all deflate. Let the lungs deflate. Let yourself go. Release. And let the spiral of light arrive into the soft, gentle space below the navel. And let the spiral open up each side of your thigh joints, the hips. Let the wave continue to move into your knees, honoring your ancestors, all the way down into your ankles and to the soles of your feet. Slowly now, relaxing even more as you place your attention fully on my voice. Coming into a deep stillness where you are simply letting the waves move through you. Let your inner world become one with the cosmic expanse. I am the path to the cosmos. I am the path to the cosmos. I am the path to I am that I am. Be free. Be you. It's all available for you, my love. May you see that for yourself. Slowly allow yourself to feel the power that is moving through beneath where you are, seated or standing. Allow that energy to spiral up. Put your focus upon it and it will materialize. That's how powerful you are. Let it rise up through the base of your spine, through your perineum, through your tailbone, up through your spine. Keep breathing it up like you're sipping on a straw and you're drawing it up all the way through, releasing, opening the body that you are from the spine. All of it is becoming unhinged from the spine. Like just let it open as it draw up to the top of your head. Hold it in your head. Let it be big, bigger than your head, bigger than your body. Hold your breath. Scrunch your face up. And exhale. Let your face soften. Let the light continue to fall down, to move down like a toric field that is moving down and up, down and up. That's always there. Let it be felt. Let it be real for you. Sending waves of love and divine light to you. Slowly allow yourself to open your eyes and come back to the space. Let me know how you are. You can take a contralateral position just to anchor this in. Look over your shoulders. Deep breath, exhale to the other side. Deep breath, exhale. How's everyone feeling? Let me know before we finish. If this is helpful for you. Drink lots of water. Selena is saying so grateful for you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, my love. Okay, my loves. Thank you very much. It's a quiet group today, I see. Hopefully I'll get to be back again next week. I hope to hear more from you and to see more of you. And if you wish to join me in Friday's ceremony, just let me know or pop on to the profile. The link is all there. I want to really say this before I end, is that it's such a powerful moment that we're in right now together. And it's not to do more or hype more or, follow another person's blueprint, but it's really time for us to double down on our own truth. What is meaningful for us? What can I do wholeheartedly? Like, these are things we want to really explore and let unfold through us, because that will inform the field where the future generation is going to be creating from. Okay, my loves. Thank you for today. I send you all my love.